If the Taurus in your life has gone still, if the person who used to cook for you, plan weekends with you, hold you like you were the only thing that mattered, has started to feel distant in a way you cannot quite put your finger on, stay here. Because a Taurus does not pull away the way other signs do. There is no dramatic exit, no explosive fight, no clear breaking point you can identify. A Taurus withdraws in inches, so slowly that by the time you notice, the distance has been building for weeks or months. And the things you do instinctively to close the gap are almost always the things that make it worse. This video is going to tell you exactly what to look for, what it actually means, and what you can genuinely do about it before the gap becomes permanent. Before we get into the 3 signs, you need to understand how a Taurus loves when they are fully in. Because without that baseline, the withdrawal will not make sense. A Taurus who is invested in you is one of the most physically present, emotionally consistent, and quietly devoted partners you will ever have. Venus rules this sign, and Venus expresses love through the senses. A Taurus in love feeds you, touches you, creates comfort around you. They build a world for the two of you that feels like home, and they maintain it with a consistency that most people cannot sustain. You do not wonder if a Taurus loves you when they are all in. You feel it in every meal they cook, every plan they keep, every night they choose to be exactly where they said they would be. That is the baseline. And when that starts to change, something significant is happening beneath the surface. Here is the first sign that a Taurus is losing interest. They stop investing in the physical details of the relationship. The meals get simpler or stop altogether. The touch becomes less frequent. The space they created for the two of you starts to feel maintained out of habit rather than devotion. A Taurus who is fully connected puts extraordinary care into the tangible experience of being together. When that care thins, it is the first and most reliable signal that something has shifted. Here is what most people assume. They assume the Taurus has gotten comfortable, that the romance has faded into routine, that this is just what long relationships look like. But here is what is actually happening. A Taurus invests physical effort into things they believe in. When a Taurus stops investing that effort into your shared life, it is not laziness. It is a withdrawal of belief. Something has made them question whether the relationship is worth the investment. And because a Taurus processes everything through the tangible and the physical, the first place that doubt shows up is in the things they stop doing with their hands. They are not being neglectful. They are grieving something they have not told you about yet. Here is what you can do about it. Do not point out what they stopped doing. That will feel like criticism, and a Taurus will harden immediately. Instead, invest first. Cook for them. Create a physical experience that reminds their body what the two of you feel like at your best. A Taurus responds to sensory information more powerfully than words. You cannot talk them back into the relationship, but you can show them what they're pulling away from in a language their Venus-ruled system cannot ignore. Match their love language. Let your effort speak before your words do. Here is the second sign. They become stubborn about things that never used to matter. Suddenly, there are hills they are willing to die on that 6 months ago would not have registered. The restaurant choice becomes a standoff. The weekend plan becomes a negotiation. Small preferences that they used to flex on become rigid and non-negotiable. And you are confused because the person who used to compromise so gracefully is now drawing lines in the sand over nothing. Here is what is actually happening. A Taurus who feels disconnected from a relationship does not express that disconnection through emotional conversation. Fixed Earth does not do that. Instead, they reclaim territory. When a Taurus feels like they have been giving too much, compromising too often, or losing themselves inside the relationship, they start taking things back. One preference at a time. One boundary at a time. The stubbornness is not about the restaurant. It is about the Taurus quietly reasserting their own identity because they feel like the relationship has been eroding it. And every time you push back on their new rigidity, you confirm the fear that drove it. That being in this relationship means losing themselves. Here is what you can do about it. Stop fighting the stubbornness and start asking what it is protecting. Try something like, I have noticed you feel more strongly about things lately, And I want to understand what that is about, not to argue, just to understand. That tells the Taurus that their autonomy is not being threatened, that you see them as a person with preferences, not an obstacle to navigate around. A Taurus who feels respected in their individuality softens naturally. You do not need to win. You need to make them feel like being with you does not require losing themselves. Here is the third sign, and it is the one that means the most. They go quiet. Not angry quiet. Not punishing quiet. Just still. A Taurus who is fully engaged has a warm, steady hum to their presence. You can feel it even when they are not speaking. It is the feeling of someone who is with you even in silence. When that hum disappears and the silence feels empty instead of full, that is the most serious sign that a Taurus is considering leaving. Here is what is happening internally. A Taurus makes decisions slowly. That is their nature. And the decision to leave a relationship is the slowest of all. A Taurus who has gone quiet is in the final stages of an internal process that has been running for far longer than you know. They are weighing everything. Every good memory against every unmet need. Every reason to stay against every reason to go. And the silence is not indecision. It is deliberation. A Taurus who has reached the end of that process and decided to leave will tell you calmly, clearly, and with a finality that is almost impossible to reverse. Because by the time a Taurus says it out loud, they have already lived it internally 100 times. The decision is finished before the conversation begins. Here is what you can do about it, and the timing matters. If you are in the quiet phase, you are not too late. But you are close. Do not fill the silence with words. Do not pressure them to talk before they are ready. Instead, be physically present in a way that does not demand anything. Sit with them. Be in the room. Let your presence remind their body that this is still a place that feels like home. And when they are ready to speak, listen without defending. A Taurus in the quiet phase needs to know that speaking will not start a fight. That what they say will be heard, held, and taken seriously. Try something like, I can feel that something is different, and I am not going anywhere. Whenever you are ready to tell me, I am here. That gives a Taurus the one thing their deliberation needs. Time without pressure. Space without abandonment. And the knowledge that the person on the other end is still willing to do the work. Here is the bigger picture of what all three of these signs have in common. A Taurus who stops investing physically, becomes rigid about small things, and goes quiet is not someone who woke up one morning and decided to leave. They are someone who has been slowly, silently losing faith that the relationship is giving them what they need. And because a Taurus processes everything internally and expresses it through action rather than words, by the time you see the signs, the process has been running for a long time. But here is the good news. A Taurus is not fast. That same slowness that makes their withdrawal hard to detect also means there is time to intervene. A Taurus who has not said it out loud has not finished deciding. And a Taurus who sees genuine, sustained, tangible effort from their partner can be reached even deep in the withdrawal. But it has to be real. A Taurus can detect performance from a mile away. And hollow gestures will accelerate their exit faster than doing nothing at all. Be real. Be consistent. Be physical in your expressions of care. And be patient enough to let a Taurus process at the pace their system requires. That patience might be the thing that saves everything. Please remember that this video is for entertainment and personal reflection purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional relationship advice. Every relationship is unique, and if you are experiencing serious difficulties, please consider speaking with a qualified professional who can offer personalized guidance. If this resonated with you, drop in the comments which of the 3 signs you recognized the moment you heard it. Save this video so you can come back to it when you need clarity. Thank you for being with Stars Aligned. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a blessed day. You got this.